Hello and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Small Project Zomboid, playing as the Black Ops Insurgent. We have well, I was going to say a group of zombies following us. It's no longer a group, it's three. Technically, I suppose three is a group, but yeah, there was a much bigger horde, and now they're just not following me anymore. Be honest with you, I don't really love this. I sort of wanted them to be a little bit more persistent in their pursuits, I suppose, when they get a whiff of you. I kind of expected them to really try and get after me, no matter what. I could literally not kill these guys. Wow. Okay, and I'm near the house. Okay, what to do. I gotta lose them somewhere. I might as well, like, try and whoop around like this. See if they're coming yet. Come on. Let's go. Do I think that'll be enough? No, I don't know. Let's find out. Or someone just broke a window. But I don't know if it was this house or the other one. There's a massive horde down there. Okay. Tell you what. I gotta risk it. Have to get inside. Close this. I think I heard it. Yep, there it is. That's a grabber too. I got it. But yeah. dot. I doubt it's gonna be the only one here. This one came straight from the street. Over there. Ooh boy. Okay. Still though, I think I just head upstairs. Head upstairs. Close this door. I reckon I'm fairly safe in this room. I really do. But in case I'm not, I'm just going to sit down for a minute and see how things play out. Don't want to go to bed yet. I mean, I want to. I really want to, clearly, but it's just not safe enough. Bandages are still clean. Okay. What am I how am I looking weapons-wise? I got a full machete with no damage on it. And I have a knife. 2, 3 knives. Okay, well, and the baseball bats, obviously. Pretty good, pretty good. Down to the last machete, or down to the other machetes, not ideal, but plenty of knives, so I'll use those a little bit more, I think. Now, here's the thing. Need to kill time just a tiny bit, but I can't just, wander off to sleep because they might start knocking on the door. Ammo finds silence, a sledgehammer, permanent shelter, leather strips, piece of thread. That's still the plan, I think. Anyways, I need to go to sleep proper, I think. Should be safe. And at this point, I wish I'd slept a little bit more. I am at 75 kilos though, so that puts my weight above 75, and that means, yeah, the underweight trait is gone. I am now a little bit stronger, I think. Or did my fitness go up? Or I don't know. I think my exhaustion, like the rate at which I gain exhaustion, went down a little bit or something like that. But yeah, anyways, good news. Let's sit down, even though I don't know what I'm sitting on exactly, because I can't bloody well see anything. But here's the thing. Considering I can't go anywhere, I think the best course of action for me right now is to read something. Except I've got none to read. Ah. Okay. Well then, I guess I can exercise, I suppose, while I wait. Yeah, I know, not ideal. I've sort of been stuck in this area for so long. I've ventured out a little bit and I've ran into trouble already. I kind of want to know what's down there because I haven't visited that. So tell you what, that's what we're going to do next. We're going to go down the street and check this out. But until then, I guess there's really not much else for me to do. I can put this down. Yeah. Put that down and start exercising in the dark. I can't see my character either. I just bear with me, all right? Okay, what do we do? Squats, push-ups, sit-ups, burpees. Burpees will drain everything and it'll make me useless. Exercise will improve fitness. Push-ups will improve strength. Sit-ups will improve both, right? No, sit-ups will improve fitness. What do I want to improve? I have strength level 7. Strength level 8 would be nice, but I'd rather do sit-ups, honestly. Alright, we're doing sit-ups in the dark, and well, as soon as we get some light in here, I'll move on out of here, I suppose. Until then, we're just doing this. I think you can sort of see into what I'm doing there. Maybe. Anyways. Catch you when, I'll catch you at dawn, I suppose. Hello and welcome back, everyone. I started the entire episode there and forgot that I already had the first part, but it's been a while. I did get some sleep, I exercised, I had some food, etc., etc. Now, I am somewhere in this darkness, I promise you. You just can't see me. I swear to you, I am somewhere in here, though. Here's what we're going to do. Gonna open the map. Right, we are heading over there. I wanted to wait until, you know, sunrise and all that, considering I slept for so bloody long, but I'm just bored out of my mind. There's nothing to do, and it's a full moon outside. Visibility on the street itself is not that bad at all. And you know what? I reckon I'll take my chances. Which is not a great thing to be saying ever, really, but there's just nothing left to do in that house. I mean, I've done quite literally everything I can, and I need to find, well, I need to find more loot. Speaking of, I did remember something else I need to find. Find needle. Find a needle. My needle sounds like I'm looking for a sword called Needle. One possibly belonging to Arya Stark, I think? Was her sword right? Yeah. Anyways, no. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for just a needle. Not in a haystack, just a needle. You know, it can be anywhere. As long as I can pick it up. And the reason is I need to fix my jacket. It's got a hole, I think, in the upper right or the upper left shoulder. I don't remember, but one of the two. So yeah, that's the reason. Okay, 4 zombies down there, nothing too bad. We've never been down here, so I'm quite curious to see what we're going to find. Just lower the volume a little bit. Probably should have put on headphones rather, but honestly, doesn't matter the quality of the headphones. I just don't like wearing them. I prefer speakers. It's a habit, and force of habit is, well, rather mighty indeed, I would say. I'm just used to that, I suppose. Right, you're next. Again, like with the other ones, I want to minimize the amount of them I'm killing on the actual street. It'll go a long way to preserving that car I found. Hold on. Can I not rip it because it's all busted? Ah, that's a shame. I need some leather strips. And I thought that'd be a good place to get some. Obviously, there's like a billion zombies around. I'll find them somewhere else, but just saying. That there would have been neat. Alright, as I'm walking, we get the first glimpse of sunlight. Okay, so there's a number of zombies inside this, what I'm assuming is like a warehouse. What I don't see is what kind of zombies they are, so this was a bit of a risk, but the door was right there. I could have probably ran off if I needed to. Right, now, I'm not locked in here with you, you're locked in here with me. Right, let's grab all this, look for some leather on these guys. Nothing so far, but at least I get a chance to put the flashlight to good use. And I'll be able to spot my enemies before they see me. Not really, but... well, actually, yes, literally in this case, but... kind of could have done that even without this. Oh, it's another completely busted jacket, wow. Right, but we do have a couple of tailoring books, so... Before the pipelines teaches me how to build a well. Okay, lovely. That is quite nice indeed. Right. So, warehouse is clear. Take the wood glue. I'll check these boxes now. You may have noticed I'm not carrying a backpack. I left it at the house. Because I don't intend on taking too much with me, and I can fit most of it in the pockets and the vest and stuff like that, and then I'll sort my inventory out when I get home. Plus, the overall general idea, I would say, was to stay mobile. And, best way to do that was to leave behind all the heavy stuff. Or at least all the really heavy stuff. Okay. Am I not supposed to get in there? I mean, based on what I'm seeing, I suppose not, right? Yeah, I guess not. Okay. Well, unfortunately for me, there's not much down here. I'm pretty sure I can mark this as empty. The two tailoring books aren't that important. I'll live without them, and if I really need some specific books, I can always hit up a library. They tend to have pretty much all of them. Right. Another one bites the proverbial dust. I think this is like one of those construction sites again. Or at least like an unfinished building, because, well, at least to me it looks unfinished. I don't know. I'm not an expert, but it doesn't look like the roof's done on it, and the inside looks kind of... well, I'm not sure how to put it, but it looks kind of wrong. does that say? I genuinely cannot read what that says. Okay. Fine. See if there's anything worth picking up. The windows are boarded shut, though. This could be just an abandoned building. Because I don't think they're boarded shut because of the outbreak. It feels like they're boarded shut prior to the outbreak. Rather, they were boarded shut prior to the outbreak. The reason I'm saying that is there's one that's just open, and then the one next to it has like 4 planks. Maybe someone broke in through that one, but really doesn't seem like it. Looks more to me like it was completely abandoned for some reason. I mean, technically all of these buildings now would classify as abandoned, right? 10 years, nobody was inside them. Supposedly, at least. Maybe a couple of lone survivors, but... no, the upstairs area is boarded up as well. Like, you wouldn't board the upstairs area up if you're looking to protect yourself from the undead. It's a waste of resources. You would have taken these planks, put them down. This is definitely prior to the outbreak. Which, in all due honesty, means... ouch? It means ouch, does it, Juggernaut? No, it means I didn't see there's a hole in the bloody building. Thus confirming my theory, I suppose. Not really the kind of confirmation I was looking for, but... okay, I guess. Yeah. Nothing here either. I'm just going to cross this off too. So that's empty. And then there's probably more stuff in the back, but I really doubt we're going to find anything useful in this industrial zone. Especially given what I'm looking for, so it's highly unlikely I find something useful. So, if that is the case... what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to return for my backpack, which is not at the end of this street, but rather at this street, correct? I believe I'm slightly lost. No, it's actually 2 streets down. Okay. No, it is at the end of this street. I'm a little bit lost. That's okay, though. No, it is at the end of this street. I'm fairly certain. Fairly certain it's at the end of this street. Anyways, like I said, I was just a tiny bit lost. That's okay, though. Ooh, hello. So you'll carry a weapon. A Glock 17 mint condition. I will take that, thank you very much. How does it compare to my Beretta M9? Honestly, I'll tell you. I prefer the Beretta. Yeah, I have a thing for modern pistols, and striker fire is the more modern solution. And I'm a sucker for that. I really am. I'm a bit of a sucker for striker fire pistols. But hammer-fired pistol, the trigger of it, is just infinitely easier to get right and more likely to be good. Which is not to say that striker fire pistols have bad triggers. Some of them have amazing triggers. It's just that to get a good trigger on a hammer-fired pistol, you need a semi-decent hammer-fired pistol, right? And then you can tweak it a little bit if you want to, and etc, etc, you get the point. To get a good trigger on a striker-fire pistol, you need a really good striker-fire pistol. And Glock is not a really good striker-fire pistol. I mean, it depends on what you mean by really good, I suppose, in some sense. But it's not expensive, it's not what I would call a premium pistol by any stretch of the imagination. It's a service pistol. It's kind of like, I think someone made a very good analogy for the Glock. I think they said it's the Toyota Prius of pistols. It's not something you write home about. It's not the greatest pistol ever. It's just there. The price is reasonable. It's reliable. And that was a big thing initially for Glock's marketing. Like, it's reliable. It's the most reliable pistol ever. But nowadays, every pistol is just as reliable. Well, every good pistol is just as reliable. And in terms of the price, yeah, Glock doesn't have a monopoly on good prices anymore. In fact, I feel like they're a bit overpriced at this point. So, yeah, as much as I love the Glock, I mean, for me, even visually, I like the Glock. People, you know, diss the Glock for being just a block of plastic. I like it visually. It's simple. It's sort of, it fits with the overall design philosophy of the pistol, right? It doesn't look extravagant because it isn't extravagant. It just works, yeah? And for that reason, I really appreciate it. And I like it for that, you know, fundamental reason. That and its infinite customizability. But at the same time, it'd be really stupid of me not to understand and not to acknowledge the fact that there are better pistols. That there are much better pistols at more or less the same price range, or even cheaper in some instances. So, yeah. But also keep in mind that local prices are different because of import taxes and stuff like that. The Glock comes from the US. No, the Glock comes from Austria, Juggernaut. Yeah, but a lot of our Glocks here on the market come from the US. Even though Austria's closer, I just don't ask. Look, the gun world is weird. But sometimes it's a little bit easier to import stuff from the US and just get it here than import it from Austria and get it here. Sometimes it's more difficult. It really depends on the company, the countries in question, the transit countries, and it's a whole mess. But the point is, it doesn't matter where it comes from, really. If you import it from Austria or if you import it from the US, the price gets significantly increased here, and you can't find a good Glock 17 Gen 5 or Gen 3. Gen 4 suck, don't take those. But Gen 3 or Gen 5, you can't find a good Glock for under $1,000. Maybe like $900 if you're lucky. So $900 to $1,000 for a new one, I mean. You know, for a used one, well, I don't know. I've never dealt with used pistols, mostly because the bureaucracy is a nightmare. You need like a contract in order to register, and you need like a formally written up contract, and it's extra steps that I would rather not take. Buying a gun is difficult enough already. Buying it in a store, the store will do a lot of the work for you and a lot of the paperwork, and they will neatly give you everything you need to present to the police. Backed up in a nice little bag, right? So they're like, here, there you go. So they'll simplify it for you. If you want to do everything manually and yourself, you need, well, honestly, you need a bit of experience of buying guns, which I don't, well, I don't not have. I've bought a few, but to this day, it's complicated and convoluted, and oftentimes, far too often, all of it depends on the police officer you're dealing with. Sometimes they ask for stuff that they don't have the legal right to ask for, and sometimes they don't ask for stuff that they should, and they're just like, hey, you have that, you're fine. Yeah. Matter of fact, considering we're just walking, right? I'm going to go behind this construction site, and I'm looking for, well, new areas to loot, basically. considering we're just walking, and I'm going to try and sneak past this horde, I might as well tell the story of the first pistol I tried to buy. And I spent... Well, I did everything in the wrong order, basically, but I got excited. It was gonna be my first handgun, and I got super excited, and I started talking about it, and I started looking at which handgun I was gonna buy, and I looked at all kinds of, like, hundreds of reviews for hundreds of handguns. Not because I was genuinely considering buying each and every one of them. I was just very interested, and I still am. And like I scooped up a ton of knowledge from the internet, and I sort of did everything in reverse, if that makes sense. I bought a safe to store the gun before I actually bought the gun, which, generally speaking, is not a bad idea here, because you need to prove that you're going to be able to store it properly before they let you buy one. So that makes sense, but I should have looked at what I need to buy one before I start getting the actual equipment to store it, let's say. So I bought the safe first, and then I went to the police station to be like, alright, I want to buy a handgun, what do you guys need from me papers-wise? Should have done it the other way around. And then the local police staff here at the time, which was a bit of a while ago, but the local police staff here at the time told me I need 3 years worth of documents proving that I am a competitive sports shooter with detailed results of everything I did. Which is illegal, by the way. What to compete in? No. Them asking for that is illegal. This is not something that they need, and they do not have the right to deny me buying a firearm because I haven't been competing in a shooting competition for 3 years. This is not one of the demands mandated by the law. The demand mandated by law is that you need to have a valid reason, and you can have multiple valid reasons. You need one. And the one that they were kind of, I guess, referring to was for sports shooters. And the law for sports shooters says you need to be a member of a sports shooting organization. A member. That means I could have signed up yesterday. As long as I'm a member and I've paid the membership and I am, now officially a member of a sports shooting organization, anyone that is recognized by the government, that's all the reason I need. Except not for this particular police station that I went to. They require you to have to be a member for 3 years, basically, and to actively compete in a competition at least once a year for each of the 3 years. They didn't have the right to do that. And then the laws changed again, and etc., etc., and basically acquiring a handgun is significantly more difficult than acquiring a carbine or a shotgun or anything along those lines, and I ultimately decided, this isn't worth it. I like handguns, but the amount of money I'm going to need to pay and the amount of just overall stuff I'm going to need to do in order to keep that gun and, stop the government from taking it away is ridiculous, and I genuinely do not have time for it. Because you need, especially now, you're going to need, health checkups each year. You're going to need to compete in shooting competitions each year. You're going to need, some extra tax or whatever, and... Oh, I don't know. It's way too much. There's a generator right there. Holy moly. Okay. Generator information. Condition 100%. Okay. Blue. Generator. Right there. Okay. Someone lived in this house until recently. The outside is overgrown with vines and stuff, but not the inside. They planted corn probably to have their own source of food. I don't know what happened to them because the plants have died, so I'm assuming that the former resident has died as well, but yeah. Yeah, that's very interesting. Let's check the shed in the back. There's probably something useful there. Anyways, as I was saying, for a first firearm, way too difficult. Way too much money, way too much paperwork, way too much just work in general. So I decided against it, and I decided to go a different route. So anyways, there's 2 generators. And a box of nails. Box of nails, super useful. Wow, okay. Yeah, I'm genuinely surprised. Well, I mean, okay, the marker just stays there. 2 generators. I wanted to put 2 lightning strikes next to each other to mark the fact that there's 2 generators, and I remembered what that in a different color scheme also symbolizes, and I'm like, you know what, maybe don't do that. Maybe definitely don't do that. Especially not on the internet. So anyways, to wrap up the story as I allude now, I need to focus on other things. Basically, I decided to take a different route for acquiring a handgun, or present a different valid reason for acquiring one. Or for a firearm, sorry, not a handgun. So yeah, there you go. Okay, let's grab a drink from here. I don't know if one of those... Ooh, antibiotics. Actually, what was it? Fights wound infections, cannot prevent zombification. I would like to take one, please. Several of my wounds were infected. I figure taking the antibiotics now is probably a bit too late. But maybe better late than never, I don't know. Sleeping pills. I might actually need those if I wake up in, like, the middle of the night. Not a terrible idea to have a few. Okay, so we have a key and we have a purse with a handgun. Model 4506. Yeah, no, thank you. Tuna and beans and stuff will be good for, well, just for the road while I'm exploring over here, in case I get hungry. Oh, hand torch. I actually don't need it. I don't want to make this mistake. I don't want to make the mistake of having 2. So instead what you do is you remove battery from this one. And then put away the bandage, put away the battery. Put away the hand torch. There we go. Okay, tell you what though, I'm going to take a breather here for a minute and get the video, and I'm probably going to have to drop this knife. In fact, that's exactly what I'm going to do. Exchange it for one of the many other ones I have. And we'll take it from here and move on with our lives, I suppose, in the next episode. Thank you very much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. If you enjoyed the video, I want to stay tuned with the rest of the content and the series that I produce on the channel. Like, subscribe down below, and I will see you all next time. Have fun, take care, bye-bye.